Shabbat Shalom, Machane Herzl. Our first Shabbat recording, Shabbat at home, since summer really began in earnest. Our first in June, and we are gearing up to launch our virtual programming in just a couple of weeks. We are excited to see as many campers as who are interested to join us in lots of fun, lots of shtick, lots of ruach, and lots of learning this summer. The past 2 weeks have been hard and fascinating and very introspective, certainly for me, both as an individual and as somebody in a leadership position in a community organization. And I have been doing a lot of listening, a lot of learning. And my goal in doing that is to be able to amplify voices and advocate for people who, for people and communities who don't necessarily have that privilege in the same way that I do. And personally, I'd like to use my privilege to be able to amplify voices. And in order to do that, I want to do more listening and more learning. From a professional perspective, as somebody in a leadership role in a community organization, I have been astounded and so incredibly proud of the way that our camp community has held space for each other, has encouraged each other, has challenged each other, and has provided conversations and really meaningful and genuine reflection about how we as Herzl camp community can take what we learn at camp and bring it out into the world. And so this past week, I was honored to join in on a conversation with a small group of our staff to really just take a minute to process and talk through how we as individuals are experiencing what's happening right now. And what came out of that was a prayer, something that we wanted to put out into the world, we meaning me and JP and these very gracious staff members who are here joining us tonight. A blessing, if you will, that we wanted to put out into the world to share our intention for what we do with how we are feeling right now. So I'm going to hand it over to JP, our Director of Jewish Education, who facilitated the conversation that we had the other day, and two of our Hanhala members that would have joined us on the shores of Devil's Lake this summer, Sam Gittleman and Aleck. I'll turn it over to all of you, and I thank you for your for the conversation, the thoughtfulness, the challenging, the challenges. I'll say you have certainly helped me think about things in different ways and have inspired me to continue my learning through how you are putting yourselves out into the world and living Tikkun Olam. So I'll hand it over, start with JP.
Thank you, Drea. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Guided by the conversation that we had with the staff, Sam, Aleck, and I wrote a prayer echoing the words that came out. So we'd like to share with the community these words as we enter Shabbat. Blessed are you, God, creator of the universe, the one who every being was created in the image of. God, this week was challenging. The world feels as if it is crumbling under our feet. May this Shabbat bring us calm. May this Shabbat bring us rest, so we are renewed to continue our pursuit of a more just world. While we have this opportunity to sit down and rest, May we recognize the unrelenting injustices many of us will never experience that can't compare to our exhaustion with racism that is dominating both online and offline.
Well, we are home this summer instead of at camp. May we learn and grow as we do in Webster, about ourselves, about people with perspectives different from our own, about the world. Help us decide when it is best to listen and when we must speak up. May we embrace community, supporting those seeking long overdue justice and equal treatment, those with damaged businesses and livelihoods, and those just needing a virtual hug. May we turn that focus outward and love our neighbors as ourselves.
May we look inward and ask ourselves the uncomfortable and important questions. What have I done that I'm not proud of? Am I another silent bystander, or am I actively fighting for racial justice? Are my actions wholehearted or superficial? How would I react if this had been an act of anti-Semitism? What would I expect my non-Jewish friends to do? Please help me stand and support others as I would hope they would stand with me.
May our attention and our care not fade in a week or a month or a year.
Most of all, may we bring a just and fair world. A world where we all turn our tear gas into tefillin, our bullets into bisamim, and our glocks into gefilte fish. And a world where none take up sword against another. May we bring a world where nobody knows war, evil, or sorrow.
Amen. As we bring in the Shabbat, we invite you to gather with the people that you are with, and this time spread your arms a little bit wider and include the children of those you have yet to meet, those who, all of the children in the world, those who are not experiencing systemic racism and prejudice, and those who are, and will welcome in the Shabbat, as we do at camp, from the Herzl camp family to yours. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God watch over you in kindness. May God grant you peace. And then as we prepare to light the candles, we'll sing the Debbie Friedman tune, which I'm more than happy to lead, and I encourage you to sing from your homes. Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and sing our way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and sing our way to you, and let us say Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Wishing everybody in the Herzl camp community and far, far beyond a restful, peaceful, and invigorating Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.